Hello friends, so we are live. Uh, this is a video about WeWork. This video we will talk about the WeWork, all the news that has been going around for quite some time. So WeWork was established a decade ago, in about 10 years ago, and they are in talks of releasing an IPO, but they delayed it. They were expecting a valuation of about 45 to 50 billion, but uh, the street estimates are about one fourth or one fifth of that value. So, what is the problem? Where is it failing? Where is WeWork failing? Uh, the key reason for why the street thinks that WeWork is overvalued is uh, its business model is very replicable. Anyone who has enough amount of cash with them can simply replicate its business model. All you have to do is lease office spaces and do some renovations of your own, do some interior designing, some changes, promote it, and get your customers. It's that easy. Another problem with WeWork is uh, their leasing agreements are for 15 years. So that means is they have taken their properties for lease for 15 long years. That is a problem. I'll tell you why. The customers who are signing with them, they are agreeing only to they're only agreeing for a length of 15 months on an average. So this is clearly a case of asset liability mismatch. You have to pay for 15 years, but you are only certain about 15 months of money. Uh, WeWork says that it can get more customers and it can extend it can roll on the existing customers, extend their durations. But guys, compare 15 years, which is 180 months, to 15 months. This is 12 times, and it will cause an issue. Uh, WeWork was born after the 2008 financial crisis, so it has not seen any crisis as such in its entire life. Wall Street says that it has yet to prove itself from a crisis, and since it has such a heavy asset model, uh, it will be difficult for uh, its exposure is a lot. If anything fails in the system, it has huge amount of assets, so a huge amount of debt. In order to create all those assets, in order to lease all those buildings that it has, it's present in 80 plus countries. It had to take a lot of loans. Interest payments on those loans are going to be very high, already very high. And if there is a lot of leverage in your company, you have to have a stable source of cash flow to your company, which WeWork does not have. Coming back to my first point uh, about the ability to replicate the WeWork model, um, there are already a lot of companies who are replicating its model. Although WeWork says that it has made certain patents uh, for furnitures and all the internal stuff that's kept in the office, but it's not simply not enough. Uh, so Regus Nautel and TOG is the Office group. They have already invaded in this shared office space industry. In fact, TOG has even reached a valuation of about $1 billion. So, if you have enough cash, you can, you know, easily compete with it. Uh, Now, in the light of all the failed IPOs, we had several failed IPOs this year, including Uber. It might be possible that all these tech companies are overvalued. Oh, by the way, WeWork calls itself a tech company, while there is not much of technology usage in there. It's primarily a real estate company. Uh, its assets are all the buildings that it's renting out to office spaces. So it's not a technology company; it's a real estate company. Uh, to sum it all up, we do not see a lot of positivity in this company. So the IPO is not going to be the IPO is not going to be a good thing for this company, and probably that's why they are they are postponing it. That was my view and some of the research that I did on the internet. Thanks for watching. Bye.